Hey guys, Sonal here, and in this video, I'll be going over how to test and optimize your outbound campaigns. Now, okay, you have launched your campaigns now, you have started sending out emails. That's cool, but how do you know if it's working? And what do you do if it's not working, right? That's what we're going to be talking about in this video. We'll be going over a process that you can use to test new ideas and refine your campaigns so that you can get better results, meaning more bang for your buck, basically. So, here's the usual way of running campaigns, right? That most people do. They create one simple variant, header sequence, and then they blast the entire list with the same one or two scripts. They know subconsciously as well that the script is poorly performing, but they still continue to blast. And then what happens is the lead list gets fully burnt, and then you get very poor results. Zero meetings in the calendar. Einstein once said this: the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. By this definition, a lot of us are insane sometimes. Now, you create one messaging script or angle and then try to brute force results. You can brute force results, but if you take something that's poorly working and then try to brute force that, then you're going to get poor results only. Right? The only thing that we managed to brute force here is the burning of the lead list and the infrastructure. That's what we're going to brute force basically. And ideally, we don't want that, right? So, why is this stupid and not recommended? Well, a month or so is wasted by doing this because the daily outreach volume is low. A lot of people, when they do this, right, when they go with the usual way of running campaigns, they send like 50 to 100 emails per day with a generic script. They blast the list, daily outreach volume is low, and therefore the lead lists are burnt. There's no meetings booked on the calendar, so there's no new sales pipeline, no new money. Dang, right? And there's no way for you to test new variants rapidly in terms of copywriting. And there's weak personalization as well because you've just come up with a generalized campaign script. Because of that, your copy is weak, your um, offer is as well weak. So again, you're going to get poor results. With that being said, here are the metrics. Okay, let's try again. Come on, motherfucker. Come on, come on. Hey guys, Suno here, and in this video, I'll be going over how to test and optimize your outbound campaigns. Okay, you've launched your campaigns, right? You've started sending out emails, but that's cool. But how do you know if it's working? And what do you do if it's not working? So, that's what we'll be covering in this video. We'll be going over a process that you can use to test new ideas and refine your campaigns so that you can get better results, meaning more bang for your buck, basically. Here's the usual way of running campaigns. The usual way of launching and testing campaigns involves creating a simple one variant sequence and then blasting the entire lead list with the same one or two scripts. They know that the script is poorly performing, but they still continue to blast. Because of that, the lead list is fully burned, and then therefore very poor results are obtained, meaning zero meetings on the calendar, zero deals closed. Einstein once said this, right? The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. By this definition, a lot of us, including myself sometimes, are insane. You create one messaging script or angle and then try to brute force results. The only thing that we've managed to brute force here is the burning of the lead list and the infrastructure. That's what we're doing here. So, again, why is this stupid and not recommended? Because a month or so is wasted by doing this because the daily outreach volume as well is very low. A lot of the times when they run this type of approach, right, they send like 50 to 100 emails per day max, right? That's very low volume. And they are blasting as well. They're spraying and praying. So again, the daily outreach volume is low, so you're wasting time here. The lead lists are also burnt because the messaging is very generic, right? And therefore, there are no meetings booked on the calendar, so no new sales pipeline, so no new money. And there's no way for you to test new variants rapidly in terms of copywriting. Again, there's weak personalization because you've just come up with a generalized script, right? Because of that, you're going to get poor responses and therefore no new leads, no new book meetings, and no new closed deals. So, firstly, let's talk about the metrics that you need to track for your outbound campaigns, right? Number one, you need to track your overall or total reply rate, and then your positive reply rate, and then positive reply to meeting conversion rate. These are the key three metrics that you need to track when it comes to your outbound campaigns. This will allow you to know, okay, my campaign is performing, or it's not performing, or it's suboptimally performing, or it's complete dog poo, whatever. You'll be able to find that out by these three metrics. Here's how you know a campaign is performing or not. Your total reply rate should be at least around 1%, right? Number one. Number two, you should be getting a positive reply for at least every 400 to 500 emails sent, right? This can slightly vary depending on your offer, but yeah, at least aim for 400 to 500 emails sent, right? For every 400 to 500 emails sent, you're supposed to get at least one positive reply. And from that, at least 20 to 25% of those leads or positive replies must convert into a book call. Basically, the positive reply to meeting conversion rate should be at least around 20 to 25%. With that being said, what's a better way to run campaigns? Here we go, right? We first build a system. We have a system in place that can send out 500,000 emails per day. And then we come up with 3 to 5 variants of coffee. We prep a lead list of 1,500 to 2,000 contacts to test. And then we run a sequence. You get the performance data, and then we analyze the data to see, is it performing well? Are the are the variants performing well? If yes, continue the sequences, right? Continue running it. And then if no, then come up with new sequences, copy and positioning, and then test that with the newly scraped lead list, right? Also, if you're sending out 3 to 5 new variants, right? If you are testing 3 to 5 variants at the same time, you will know, okay, A to E, right? A, B, C, D, E. There are 5 variants, up to 5 variants, right? Okay, A is performing well, C is performing well, but B and D are trash. Okay, I'm going to pause B and D, and then I'm going to let A, C, and E run. And then let's see what happens, right? I'm going to pump in more leads, and then I'm going to, you know, let only the good performing variants, continues only. That's what you need to do. It's it is kind of a process of trial and error because you need to test the messaging, right? It's like you're a mad scientist at a laboratory. That's what you're doing. You're testing different things and then see what works. But you're being scientific about it and you're being logical about it as well. Okay. Now, how do you improve your campaigns right over time? Outbound is still the fastest way to get market feedback. Definitely, right? Because it enables you to talk to your ICP directly. Have more conversations with your ICP and then refine your messaging and angles accordingly. If you have previous sales calls, uh, calls with people you have closed a deal with, right? Analyze those calls. Okay, what has made them buy? What are their pain points? Things like that. You can always analyze them to get more feedback and data points that you can use in your outbound campaigns. This is the fastest way to improve them, right? Because you are improving, you're changing and adapting based on real time customer feedback. So there we go. With that being said, I hope you have a great day and I hope this video was useful.